we're back, picking up from where we left off last week. We only stayed the one night at Lofanga because the wind and swell changed direction, which was making the anchorage very uncomfortable.
Before we left, we headed into the village to drop some books off at the local primary school. And we headed back, had a snorkel on the other side of the bay. Another stunning snorkel, probably go back for a dive actually. More whale song, really loud, and it's hard to imagine that they're not right beside you.
So we left Lofanga on the Wednesday, and the first stop we went to was an island called Uhanoku Hihifo.
Yeah, lots of rocks around, so we weren't very happy.
So we moved to the next anchorage, which is one up, which is called Uhanoku Hahaki Island.
We stayed a couple of nights, explored around uninhabited islands, having a good snorkel just off the beach.
Then the wind came round, so we headed north again. We tried an island called Tatawha. There's supposed to be manta rays there when you snorkel, but we anchored up and we weren't very happy with that. So we moved to an island called Weha.
Then the wind continued to move around for the next day, so we headed back to Uelewa before heading back to Pangai on Monday morning for some supplies.
And then on the Tuesday, which was the 19th of August, we headed out west to an island called Ha'awhiwa. This anchorage is close to Tungua, which is where the surf is good, so it was a good stopover on the way there.
We didn't really do any filming. Wasn't much to film, so the video pics are from us anchoring at Ha'awhiwa.
Yeah, so we'll pick up the video from there, and before I forget, I need to say hello to Malachi, hello to Ollie and Mamoose. So this is us heading out for a wee explore around Ha'awhiwa. Just look at the colour of that water, isn't it amazing? So in the background there you can see the island and another little island, and then we're coming up on this island that I will call Ugly Island, or Bird Island, we'll see. But look at the day, isn't it just stunning? So here we are getting closer to Ugly Island. It was ugly in that it wasn't really an island, it just had nothing going for it. Just rocks and sand and some grass. Maybe we're not allowed at Bird Island. So we get to Ugly Island and the birds clearly weren't happy to see us, but Mike was on a mission. He was checking out the surf. Spoiler alert, there wasn't any. I waited in the dinghy. I wasn't interested in Ugly Island. But look at this pretty piece of coral. Isn't it pretty? Next we headed off to the other side of the anchorage to check out a sunken wreck on the reef. Check out the video. It was pretty cool.
Here we are snorkeling around the reef at Hahaviva. Unfortunately the reef was dead, probably due to the tsunami I suppose, but fish life was still pretty amazing. Yeah, and nice warm water again.
So we stayed in Ha'awhiwa for 3 days. We went and had a walk around the village. We met a lady named Star who likes to talk to yachties so she can practice her English. It was a nice little village, only about 100 people lived there. But yeah, on the Friday everything kind of turned to crap weather-wise, so we up sticks and headed to an island called U'ua, and that's when everything kind of turned to custard. But that's for next week's video. You'll have to wait and find out what happened then. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the film. Bye.